Right, we should be back. Blimey. So let's see. Let's trying to get everything back on. Let me start the session. Yeah, apologies. That were interesting. I thought it was the internet provider. That were interesting. I thought that was not the provider. That was actually my computer. So apologies for that. So for some reason, the LAN connection just suddenly stopped. And I've got to get back onto VATSIM as well. And then let's try.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo, climb flight level 370.
Where's my?
Climb flight level 370, Lufthansa 3 Alpha Kilo.
That's been from Lufthansa 1244 Heavy. That's super. Sweden control from Lufthansa 1244 Super. Hello.
Lufthansa 1244 Sweden control. Hello. Ident.
Yeah, Ident. Apologies, we had a disconnect. Now back online.
Watch out.
So.
Sweden control. Good evening. KLM 1234. Climbing flight level 240.
So there's an aircraft behind me now. Which is
going to 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can see him there, which is going to be
climb flight level,
a problem.
continue climb flight level 240.
Oh, Mickey, that's you? I'm sorry.
Continue climb flight
I'm
level
going to try to speed up again and see what the controller does.
And Lufthansa 1244 for information. Traffic managed to close in quite a bit behind now, and also pretty close altitude-wise, so you might get some TCS alert now.
Okay, yeah, we have him on TCAS. He's 1,000 feet above to my indication.
Yeah, super. And no further rates be available. Frequency change approved. Bye.
Thank you so much for the service, Ned. Till next time. Bye-bye. Lufthansa 1244. Bye-bye. Okay, so, so he says, right, go to Unicom. It's your deal now. Yeah, so let me try to find my other channel here. So again, apologies for that. Yeah, exactly. He says I'm out. Cool. Now let's see. Hopefully people on the other chat will also see the messages. If not, what I can do, let me just pop out the chat here. And then that way I can read both chats. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the understanding. Cool. I'm going to go descend further down now. I'll do high speed, okay? Mickey, so that I'm try to get a bit of distance to you. So let me just get the range out a bit more. Okay, so Lune and then DDAX and then the arrival. So for the arrival, let me just get the arrival here. Yeah, apologies again for the. That's the first time this happened. I was already shouting downstairs, saying to my wife, "This stupid internet provider's already, for the second time now within like 2 weeks, is having issues." But I checked the Fritz box, and it wasn't the box; it had connection. And then I checked my PC, and yeah, it was a LAN connection that was not working. Super strange. But anyways, we're back online in the approach. Let's have a look at the pin charts. Navigraph star. Yeah, exactly, QB. So the thing now is that our television, now that we have fiber, the television program also goes over the network. So But I mean, it's like a 400. No, it's 400 Mbit download, so no problem. I'm gonna shortcut a bit, Mickey. So I'm gonna go Golf Mike 422, and then I'm gonna go to the final send point. So let me go put this to. So let's do that. Delete. That. Delete. Oh, hang on. Insert next waypoint. Hold on. Right, let's insert that. Delete. Insert. Delete. Insert. And then, yeah, delete. And then we go direct to Titler. Titler. And then onto the ILS. So let's try pin charts again. Titler, and then Ududi, and then Zinlo. Fantastic. So we can take this one out as well. How do I take out the discontinuity? Insert next waypoint, is that? Bits, no, I've not seen anyone have that. Yeah, I mean that's the weird thing, right? So I don't know why. So here, even Titler doesn't give me any. Yeah, maybe it's bugged, because here it doesn't give me any options if I click that. Right, it doesn't matter. We'll do that differently. Cool. Let's continue. Let's do. Speed descent out blue 110, although I mean we can put in 90 now. Flight level 90. I tried, yeah, Jacob, I tried. Look, so I'm clicking on this community there. Nothing happens. That's why well, I'm a bit confused. Oh, hang on. Now I can insert next waypoint. Ah, that worked. Okay, cool. Now that has worked. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's get the engine anti-ice on, obviously. Seatbelts on. Line lights on. And then let's... oh, those clouds. Ryan. Cool. Okay. No, not doing that. This one here. So let's try again. Echo November Golf Mike. So still 1001. Yeah, same weather. So still 400 feet overcast would be interesting. So I can select 1001, free dial that, and then we're good on that. Yeah, that aircraft is no factor for us. So now I'm going to do speed managed. Yeah, thank you. The eye of the storm. Yeah, probably. Looks like it, doesn't it? It's nice. Well, forward, hey, good of you. Well, I mean, oh, hang on. Lol. It does. You know, the thing is, the only aircraft up to this point where I thought I could see ice on the probe is the FS Labs. Wow, okay, so that's definitely a reason to switch on wing anti-ice. Yeah, just like in the real aircraft. Now, I'm not sure what's it doing now with the descent rate, so let me go to up descent. I hope that's not because of icing. Oh, it's because hang on, Autopilot is in. What's happening? I don't see any ice there. Yeah, I had to switch to vertical speed to get the center rate down. Yeah, almost. So that was almost. I was just about to get manual flight. But we're leveling off 9 to 0, so that's the next restriction here, 9-0. So that's all right. Yeah, exactly. 777 driver. What's it doing now? So. You know how to distinguish between a new pilot flying Airbus and an experienced Airbus pilot? So the new Airbus pilot will say, what's it doing now? And the experienced Airbus pilot will say, oh look, it's doing it again. I love that. It is a top-notch joke, I love that. What viewpoint is this? No, Johan, that was not because of... Although, I'm not sure. Look at the speed. I don't know why it's maintaining that speed here. Like, why is it not maintaining 250? So let's do that selected. It's strange. That's a bit strange. But it is still a dev version, so we'll give them that. Yeah, also, I mean, Bruno, maybe you could take this as a feedback. It is kind of, you know, not really following the routing anymore. So let me try the following. Let me take the autopilot off quickly, get it back on. Then I'm going to try to go direct that waypoint again. Direct Golf Mike 422. Trying to get the nav mode forced back in again. All right, cool. So now the next restriction. Let's take 5,000. Yeah, Titler 5,000 feet. Fantastic, cool. So that means now we're going to set 1011. 1001. Oh, so 1001. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but no problem. I mean... Yeah. Cool. Quite a soup in here, isn't it? Quite a soup. Oh yeah, I didn't activate the sim bridge thingy, so terrain doesn't work. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, it's always something I forget here in the flight sims. Good. Let's read a checklist, shall we? So, approach checklist. Bar ref 1001 set 3 times. Minimums, we have bar 890 feet. Auto brake, brake to vacate. Checklist is complete. Let's get the LS keys on. All set. Golf Sierra Whiskey is identified. Okay, remember guys, we want to check out the descent point. So one thing we try to check is our descent point. Again, it should be in normal atmospheric conditions, normal temperatures, it will be 8.9 DME. But today, theoretically, it will be a bit later. As we're flying, the true altitude is going to be a bit lower because of the cold temperature. So I would guess about 8.5, 8.6 miles. I have not tried the Collimata Concorde for a very long time. I mean, back then when I tried it, it was very nice. Yeah. I've done was it like Cross the Pond I did? I think so, right? Yeah, I think I did one Cross the Pond, which was a great fun. Absolutely brilliant. But that was an X-Plane 11, I have to say. PK. So that was X-Plane 11. Not completely sure how that adds up today. Right, it's another traffic there. So let's take some speed out. Gardermoen traffic. Lufthansa 1244 Super is inbound to Titla. Currently 10 miles east for the ILS 19 right in Gardermoen. Sajil, what do you mean? Where's my BB? Sajil, yeah, apologies for the disconnect there. Would you recommend the TFDI designs? Yes. Equilibrium, I had a lot of fun with the TFDI MD-11, which was great, and I also enjoyed the Rotate MD-11 because I streamed them both. I streamed the TFDI MD-11 first, and then a couple of days later I went on to X-Plane to fly the Rotate MD-11 there. Hey, Mighty Morph. So yeah, definitely enjoyed that a lot. Let me try one more thing here for the alerts. Try that. All right, here we go. 5,000 feet it is. Hey, CU120. It is. So, you know, any mode control panel, so the hardware stuff, absolutely. I fully agree. I enjoy using it. What I'm not using the MCU today, but I'm using the A320 mode control panel, yeah. Or the FCU, flight control unit. Just type in exclamation mark, try exclamation mark specs. That will give you my PC specs. Now, we've got Alt Star. I'm going to wait until we have Alt. There we go. Now I'm going to select pre-dial 4,000. So now we have Alt Constraint Descend 4,000. Thank you. Yep, 220 restriction. Good call. Let's reduce the speed here. I'm going to go flaps 1. Speed's checked. Flaps 1. Horrible weather. And we'll take down the speed at 200 knots already. Good, we got descent out blue 4,000. Yuck, what a horrible day here. So it's not even snowing there, it's like raining. Yeah, rain, snow, overcast 400. Okay, Mickey, fantastic. Has that Gila, what you mean? You gotta check the new, I mean, I can see you posting here. What do you mean? You can't see the stream or something? Oh yeah, so by the way, this actually there, that's the restriction on the chart. I think. Odudi, although disregard, no, Odudi's a bit further. Oh no, it is. So that is the 2422 obstacle. Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, I already found out on the approach. Sorry, the takeoff. It definitely is very sensitive, yeah. So you got to be ready for that. Now, we have a localized indication. I'm already going to go with, even though in real life you would be very careful doing so, but I'm going to go lock, because I have a bit of a weird indication there. So, again, guys, remember what I said? Sachiro, welcome. Remember what I said with the true altitudes, right? And now you can see the issue when you have a cold temperature a cold temperature deviation, right? So here comes Gladstone Blue, land 3 dual, autopilot 1+2. And let's slow down.
Gardermoen traffic, Nordic 1190, taxi runway 19 right, Gardermoen.
So now we can go down to 3,500 feet. So we'll do vertical speeds.
Gardermoen traffic, runway 19 right.
Out blue, 3,500 feet. Really, the roll is bad. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what comes out. Oslo Gardermoen traffic. Lufthansa 1244 is on a 9 miles final, runway 19 right in Oslo. So look at this. So above altitude is 2,200 feet, right? So let's have a look. 9.1, 3,500 feet. So 8.6 is what I predicted. So this should have been the intercept right now. So we are actually lower, you see? Now we're intercepting at 8.6 dMs. Maybe even 8.5. Right? So like I mentioned, we are true altitude lower because of the cold temperature. So we intercept the light slope a bit later. There we go. Here comes gear down. Speed going managed. Flaps 2. Speed checked. Flaps 2. I have a weird kind of... It just feels weird. The viewpoint. I have a feeling I have to sit a bit higher, right? Like this, right? Let's quickly save that. Missed approach. 5,000 feet is set. Let's get sterile cockpit mode here. And flaps 3, arming the spoilers, and flaps full, speed checked, flaps full, or landing I should say, and we've got the landing checklist to go, landing, oh hang on, disregard, we said 3 didn't we? Just.
Oslo traffic,
yeah, let flap 3 set.
2454 established.
Correct. Yeah, it was plan 3.
19 right.
Manual thrust. Oh, and we're going to dial up the sounds again. Hang on. Sound settings. Volume mixer. Yeah, landing checklist was completed. Horrible weather. Blimey. Approach 1. That's an interesting indication. Approach 1. Right. So, small inputs. Yeah, it is very sensitive. Absolutely. So the only thing really what you can do is maybe dial down your sensitivities on the stick. But I agree, that is very sensitive. Oh, you touched the stick there.
1,000.
1,000 is checked. Stable. Gardermoen traffic, Lufthansa 1244 Super is 2.5 miles, runway 19 right in Oslo Gardermoen. 17 knots headwind component, and I can now see the PAPI lights ever so slightly. It's interesting. It's more like just a little pressure, ever so slight pressure on the stick. Not really moving the stick much. And I guess the force feedback here, Mosa is really doing its job. So that's why I can really kind of delicately.
Gardermoen traffic, Nordic 1190, short of 19 right. The aircraft on final. What's your current distance?
Yeah, about 1 mile now. Lufthansa 1244.
Roger,
Minimum.
thank you.
Continue. Getting slightly low, correcting. There we go.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
So, Gardermoen traffic, Nordic 1190, lining up runway 19 right.
Oop. Yeah, the reverses are wrong. Okay, so brake to vacate is unfortunately kicked out because I used the reverse button, which did something else. But no problem, we'll take the next one. We've got 70 knots here, we'll take the next one to the left. So, auto brake is off. Alpha 5. Horrible weather, blimey. Well, I mean, actually glad it's not snowing. Let's get the flaps up. Spoilers. Well, it is snowing. It's got, yeah, snow, rain, it said, right? Gardermoen traffic. Lufthansa 1244, runway 1 right, vacated. Is it really? That was minus 388? Did I really? Well, so it's 711 miles, and we landed at minus 388 feet per minute.
Oslo, Gardermoen traffic, Nordic 119.
Try to copy that.
19, right.
I dare you. So now the question is, where do we park, for crying out loud? Hang on. Gate. So there's two... Too small, too small. Oh no, where do we park? No, that's not butter. But for the conditions, excuse book number 75, or page 75. Now, for these conditions, you do not want to butter it, okay? That will damage the tires. So you have to go and, you know, get good positive contact on the tires, get the wheels spinning. So, I tried that earlier, but the thing is, so the map didn't show up for me. So I select the map, it doesn't show. That's a weird thing. Select from map. Oh. Right. Cool. So now what are these circles? Is that the aircraft position I can actually stand on? Okay. Well, I think this one's taken, right? No, maybe not. Yeah, we'll take this one. Gate 80. So I've selected gate 80. Wow, it's really snowing now. Blimey. So I should go first. Radar, PWS all off. Terrain off. TCAS standby. Well, let me take this one here. I'm a bit worried about the wing clipping there. So position 80. Sanders, somebody was saying that Highfly flew there with the A380s. You can toggle on the traffic on the map. Thank you guys. Hang on. Oh. Well, now it's... So, traffic. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you so much. What a cool feature. That's really good. Love that. There's position 80. Found it. That is actually a quality of life improvement there. From GSX. Really nice. Oh, I need to press select? Really? Thank you. So it's almost automatic. So not completely, but almost. I can't see anything. Where's my... Oh, there. I can see that. I can't see that. Hang on, where's my... Doesn't really help, does it? No, they... I don't know. Alright, we gotta self-park, unfortunately. Nice. I have no idea. Well, let's park here. Yeah, the windshield wipers didn't really help, did they? Flight director's off, and then we have the APU available. Let's get the APU bleed on, and then let's switch off all the engines, shall we? Nice. Transponder standby. Oh, flaps. Forgot. They weren't completely up. Test. Let's hope the hydraulic pressure is enough. Come on. You can do it. It's a weird effect with the raindrops. Well, I mean, it's a try. It's you know. Yeah, override pump it is. No, we just barely managed. Cool. So then we're going to switch off the beacon. Seatbelts, fuel pumps. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fuel pumps here. These are all guarded. Cool. Hang on. One more. Engine anti-ice. Cool. All right, now checklist time. Let's have a look. Checklist. We've got the... Well, we already read the approach checklist. I've got witnesses. We did the landing checklist. Now I want the parking checklist. There we go. Parking. Park brake is set. Wing lights off. Checklist complete. Fantastic. Oh, because of the... Ah. Yeah. Button binding. That's it. Cool. Alright, let's do deboarding. Let's see what comes. That's true, I saw that as well. Yeah, the flight factor 777 should have a taxi camera soon. The question is, what's the impact on the FPS? That's the big question. So let's open some doors. Open forward. Cargo door aft. You're parking 85? Okay, wonderful. See you in a bit. And that was the A350. Nice. Lovely aircraft. Happy to see you made it without a crashed desktop. Or WASM crash. So where's my stairs, for crying out loud? Guys, come on. Anyways. Thank you so much, guys. I am going to be back on Wednesday.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Okay, so hope they're going to get some stairs. operate stairs. Cannot operate stairs while boarding. Yeah, exactly. Jump and hope you don't break anything. All right. Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting. And yeah, I hope the cold temperature explanation will help you a bit. A lot of theory. Okay, cool. My dear moderators, thank you so much for being here. And Bruno especially, thanks for all the help. Thank you, Abhimar. There's the bus. So let's see what happens now with the passengers. I fear this will either not end well, or they have this invisible stairs again. Yeah, one bus is enough. I don't know. It could be SU4 beta. Camino, thank you so much. Yeah, maybe it's, I don't know, it's... Yeah, it's a bit weird. Okay, so no passengers, it seems. Thank you so much, everyone. And again, I'll see you on Wednesday. Stay safe, stay well. Good night, everyone. See you soon.